They say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly, but you never know what's going to happen. Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the Oregon Ducks, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Ohio State Buckeyes. 3A Sports College football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Buckeyes will kick it away first. Here he comes from inside his own 5. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Hands it off. And that's the way they'll start, and they hope it gets better. No gain.
And just a great job on the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw your primary target like he was on that last one.
The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And the deflection on 3rd down. How big is that? Forces a 4th down.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Leaves it with the back. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Let's talk just for a second about Ohio State. They jumped to the top of the conference standings. Now the trick is finding a way to stay there.
Well, and that's your goal to start the season. It's always about the conference first. It's not about the national championship picture. So great job taking care of business within the conference, Jesse, but a lot of meat still left on the schedule.
Yeah, and remember, conference championships mean a lot because the way the college football playoff is set up, if you're winning your conference championship, you're probably in the playoff discussion. So they've got a lot of games ahead.
There he goes. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it'll be hard to stop.
Just inside the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 19. Motion from the wideout. Handoff to the lone back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The Buckeyes are in the hurry-up. Back to pass, it's Coffee. Throws for the tight end. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
I think the QB wants that one back. You know, you're down here in the red zone, tighter areas, hard enough to fit it in, but definitely not wanting to fit it in against double coverage, and he misses, and probably a good miss because that could have been worse.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted to stop the threat. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
To the air on 1st down. He's moving out of the pocket. And the sack all the way back at the 5. And this crowd loves a good pass rusher in the line of Chase Young, the Bosa's. Jim's still wagging. The Buckeyes can get after the quarterback.
Yeah, and when the crowd's going nuts like it does in the shoe, it just makes it easier to rush the pass. So the snap count is silent. It's predictable. And then you pin your ears back, and that's why they've had so many great pass rushers at Ohio State.
They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Back to pass. Throws to the wideout. Incomplete. Man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
He'll take a deep shot here. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. The Ducks will call on their punt team.
Great job by this defense. They started the drive with the offense backed up, in the shadow of their own end zone. Nice job being aggressive, keeping them there, and now they're going to have a chance to flip the field and really give their offense good field position.
He'll field the punt and look for room. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O's. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. But for this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
Ready, set. Let's go. Ready. Looking to throw, it's Coffee. Puts it out of the air. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a 1st down.
When you play zone coverage, you got a wide receiver that's a beast. It becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. It's complete. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be 1st and goal from the 1.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the 2nd level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. The give to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
It's hard hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
It has been tough sledding for this quarterback here early in the game. He's 0 for 5 right now. I give the defense tons of credit. It's not just good coverage in the back end. It's not just a good pass. They're doing a nice job mixing up their looks coverage-wise. This quarterback looks confused, and that's a big reason why, guys, this offense has not scored a single point so far.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up.
Nice play by the DB. Most people say offenses have the advantage, right? They know where they're going. They have the footing underneath them. Defensive guys, you still got to guess. You might be a little bit more cautious. No, sir, this defensive back does a great job breaking on the football, going up and making the INT.
Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
And I love that play call. There's a great example of sudden change situation, right? Your defense gets the turnover. You get it right back. The very first play, let's be aggressive. Let's take a shot and see if we can catch the defense napping. Boy, oh boy, did that ever work out great.
The Buckeyes have moved it inside the 20. Looking to throw, it's Coffee. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down.
Here we go.
They'll try the run. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal.
29 Philly.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And the defense jumps on it and they get that turnover.
Well, you got to know as a quarterback, when you're in an empty set, which means you have no running backs in the backfield with you, you got to be able to get rid of the football. And you're expecting pressure. The clock's going to go off in your head. Not a good job of keeping 2 hands on the football, and the defense able to knock it loose.
The give to the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a ball.
And they can't connect, but the flag flies, and I think this is going to be pass interference. Boy, as a defense, you hate to just hand out 1st downs on a penalty. Looking to throw on 1st down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over from the moment the ball left his hand.
Here comes the heat.
defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. They're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. Starts the drive trying to go up top. Firing to the right, complete. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, they got the running back out on a route one-on-one. He's got to do a better job separating, though. Just not a good enough route so that when he caught it, he got tackled right away for a gain of no yards.
They'll line up for a second down play. Wants to go up top. Fires to the right. And the pass is incomplete, and that's how the first quarter comes to a close. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. Now, the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man. He's brought down at the 33 as the defense keeps him away from that first down marker. Fourth down coming up. Just going to keep it after the snap. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37. In your own territory, fourth down, no problem at all. They just go for it again.
What about you, Reese? Are you going for that?
Yeah, man. And the Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. He's going to fire deep. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense, pressuring the quarterback.
Trying to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. And he left that one short, trying to baby it in there. He's got to turn it loose.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
On third down, he drops to throw. Complete in the middle. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Swings it out to his running back. Turning it on! All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
1st and 10, they're down to the 25. They just keep firing. Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
One of the areas they really focused on for this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
The Buckeyes roll that offense. Extend this lead, David. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And
this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. They're trying to seal the edge off right tackle. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
Defense, man, you got to go low, and you got to chop that tree down, right? Go with the legs, take the legs out from underneath them so he can't continue to churn those puppies out and get extra yards after contact like he did there.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Going to the running game. And he takes it in for the score.
Panic. A lot of times you see offenses panic and want to get back in it when they're down really quickly, and they force the issue. They stayed patient. They stayed within themselves, and we're an extra point away from being a tied football game.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They'll move the tight end. Leaves it with the running back. Got enough for the first. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
That's a really nice run right there. And one of the things I love about him, he runs with such physicality and with the toughness. Do you think Woody Hayes, the great Ohio State coach, would have loved to have this guy in his backfield? His running style just marries so well with that. When you think about Ohio State and their tradition at running back, right? With all the athletes they've had throughout the decades, this guy was meant to play in the shoe.
Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. To the air, it's Coffee. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
Got his man on the right. Just keeps moving. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
And the Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They send the tight end in motion. They go to the ground. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around, that make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense creating the tackle for a loss on first down.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Snagged out of the air. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Well, I think for that play to work, you need to have some access, some cushion and coverage. For the receiver to be able to do something with it after the catch. That time, the defender was just way too close, all over him, and he tackles him for no gain.
Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Quarterback making checks. Looking for a man. It's Coffee. He's got his man. The stop is made right at the 36-yard line. The defense coming up big on 3rd down. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. It's 4th down and 6, and they'll try to convert.
Down 55, quick. Tuna.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. Dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Gets the back moving. Wants to throw on 1st down. Going for 6. Touchdown, Ohio State. They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession.
Man, that was beautiful clock management. Great job by this offense, sustaining the drive, not getting too much in a panic, and finishing the drive with a touchdown with not a lot of time on the clock.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Seconds of the first half. Let's see how they handle it. Power football with the run. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Ducks will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They have the lead to start the third quarter, but I'd imagine ball security was a topic at halftime.
Yeah, and I think you...
Breaks into the open. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
And run the football, you're ahead, you can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Give to the running back. Got enough for the first. Across the 25, he's got room. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Running back searching for a hole. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity.
29 Philly.
They'll go to the ground. He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. To the ground to try to move the chains. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
And that's a welcome sight. Like, this offense has really, really struggled. Bottom 50 in college football in first down. So they'll take anything they can get. Nice third down conversion. Let's get some positive plays. Keep it 3rd and short. Find a way to get this offense in an upward trajectory, because so far this season, they've really struggled.
And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? The Buckeyes want to crank the tempo. Oh, not able to hold his water, and the offense will have it stepped off against them. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal?
Get set, get set.
The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Unsuccessful second down, and now I'm immediately thinking, I got a little bit more than I want, so what are my pass plays? What am I going to get into here offensively to try to have success on 3rd down?
About to have the 9th snap on this drive. You don't want to settle for a field goal. Floats it out in space. Score.
And there's so many targets to focus on and so many elite playmakers, and they just lost it. They lost the running back out of the backfield. He catches the football, does the rest, takes it into the end zone. What a nice weapon to have on your team.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Pollard, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Second down coming up. Looking to fire. They've got the screen set up. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
The defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
Got a man. It's Casey. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback finding his open receiver on third down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is third down conversion percentage. If you're a great third down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill third down so much in practice.
Sets up the screen. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
Well, they're trying to set up the screen pass to the running back, just nowhere to go after he caught the football. The defense completely swarmed around him, and that's a loss.
Going to swing it on second down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Casey. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Fires to the big fella. Oh, he's got some space. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. They'll try the right side. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
How about the job by this defense? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense, stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up and showed out and answered that challenge.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. They'll leave it with him. And a decent gain there before the defense makes a stop.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule, and it makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from a defensive perspective, trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
Hang on, Sloopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on third down. They'll try to run for it. He's not even going to make it back to the line of scrimmage as the defense gets big-time penetration.
Got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Don't tell that to this defense, though. They've played with great effort. They've gotten hats to the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in.
And you had to. I mean, the offense had to be aggressive. You're down multiple scores. You needed to make something happen right now. You had to be aggressive. I think you had to go for it on that fourth down. Now, obviously, the game's looking like it might get out of hand.
Quickly complete. Powers through. Ridden out of bounds at the 45. A big play for this offense.
And this offense, you can tell, just still feeling confident. Like, they have the lead. It's the fourth quarter. First down, that's not a running play. That's a passing play. They're really in a rhythm, feeling good about themselves.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. Past the first down marker and still running. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage of the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
To the ground. He's got it again. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
And that's really nice offensively because you're in the red zone. You do have an opportunity to add to your lead here, but you're staying in bounds. I think the clock right now is the most important thing. How can we keep this thing ticking away? And by going down in bounds, you're doing exactly that.
He's got the tight end. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. On the direct snap, it's Johnson. So close to that end zone, he can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
I think one of the biggest reasons why the scoreboard looks the way it does is this offense has been dominant on 3rd down. They have found a way to stay on the field. They do it again here late, running the ball on 3rd.
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Ohio State. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And the offense continues to run the football. The 2nd rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Has it back, and here comes the offense. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Got his man out of the backfield. There he goes. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
I know a lot of people don't like prevent yourself from winning, but when I'm up by 3 scores in the 4th quarter, I am not giving up a single big play. I'm letting you check it down, throw it in front of me. I'm going to tackle you. I'm going to let that clock tick because I am up and that clock is running out.
Oh, and he drops it on the crossing route on 1st down. He knew that defense was bearing down on him. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. He's got him. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. The Ducks will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the 4th quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost done.
All the way out to the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 15.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing. Of course, this team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game. Running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop. And if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
Now on 1st down from the 43-yard line. Right back to the well. Turning it on. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 for the 1st down.
Wow, 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
They believe they can run right here. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. But, you know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
Trying to impose their will with the run. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. The game is all but decided. Why not try to get another one if you can? That's part of the fun, right? A 1st down run on the doorstep. And the final play is just a short gain, and we're at the end of the game.